Hi everybody! Today we are going to make some chocolate dipped strawberries. I had to swing by the campus, so I stopped at the store and got some strawberries and got some different type of chocolate. So first, let's look at chocolate and what works for dipping. Alright, so those are different type of chocolate we got. This is what we got at the school. This is Calibo, and those are chips or Calais, and that is couverture chocolate, meaning that it has a great amount of cocoa butter. The problem that if you melt this and you want to dip something, it will not set up properly. It will be sticky and sometimes it will look dull. So it needs to be tempered. So this is something we do in the pastry program. But what if you don't know how to temper it? Then you can use any kind of chips. So with a high quality chip, you look at the ingredient list and you'll see right there it's unsweetened chocolate, sugar, and cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is a great fat, so that's what the tricky part is. It doesn't set up properly. So to set up without tempering, we're going to add some coconut oil. Coconut oil, about 2 tablespoons for 2 cups of chips. So this is one way to do it. I like to melt in a bain-marie, so in a water bath. So we're going to put the chips and that coconut oil. We're going to put it on the bain-marie, so water bath, warm, nice warm water, and we're going to stir it frequently. The other chocolates that I found at the grocery store, this is actually, I went to Walmart, and Ghirardelli does a melting wafer. So wafer, and you see it says chocolate flavored. It's not chocolate. Why is it not chocolate? Because it's not made from cocoa butter. It is sugar, but it has palm and palm oil, non-fat milk solids, and cocoa. So this is not a true chocolate, but it smells great and it sets up shiny and crispy. So this is definitely something that you can use. You don't need any further steps to it. You just melt it, same thing over bain-marie or in the microwave, stirring every 20 seconds or so until it's melted. Walmart has their own great value product. Same thing. It does not say chocolate. It says vanilla flavored coating. And this is same thing. It's made with palm oil. I don't see it on the packet, but it's made with oil and right there, sugar, palm oil, milk solids, lecithin, and flavor. This is what candies are made for Easter and other occasions like that. They're shiny, but they tend to be a little bit waxy. For dipping, it works. Otherwise, use the chocolate mixed with the palm oil to mimic the effect, and you can have a better tasting chocolate. So let's melt it. I'm gonna stir and we'll get back to it when it's done. Keep it on low heat. Alright, our chocolate is melted. So this is the Ghirardelli bittersweet drops with a little extra oil. So fluid and shiny, very dark. And this is the wafers. Same thing. I didn't want to endorse any company, but just doing a comparison testing. And this is the wafers, the Ghirardelli wafers. Much thicker, not as shiny, but it probably will set easier because it's thicker. So to dip in chocolate, I like to put the fruits on a lollipop stick. You can find those again at a general store or at a hobby store, and I like them to dry on top of a box right there so that they're not leaning on anything, but makes a nice coating, a little bit cleaner finished product. So I made some already. This is the wafer and this one is the oil added to the chips. So we'll see the way they come out. This one is definitely shinier, doesn't dry as quick. This one is almost dry. Dip some in Jimmy's or sprinkles if you want, and have fun with it. All right, to dip, just grab your strawberry or your fruit that's with the stick, like to pull back a little bit the leaves if you're going to keep them, and then dip it, rotate, go around. And one important thing is not to have too much chocolate. So shake it, definitely get all that excess out so that it doesn't drip while you dry them. Whether you're letting them dry flat on a piece of parchment paper or standing up like this on a box, you don't want them to drip to the sides. Just gonna use my box. Alright, when they're all ready, they can be set in the fridge for about 30 minutes, but they should be held at room temperature. That's better if you use them the same day or a couple hours before you're going to give them away. You can keep them another day. In California, it's hard because it's really hot, so you might want to pop in and out of the fridge so they don't melt. But fridge will make them streaky. Another method that we can do is actually dip our fruits in hard sugar, which is really my favorite way. For this, we need to make a hard cracked sugar, which is the same as making lollipops. We're going to use 2 cups of sugar and then about 1/4 cup of water. We're going to melt this and let it cook on a medium-low until it reaches 300 degrees. So you need a thermometer for this, and it needs to be precise. Our sugar is almost at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. It's at, there you go, 300 degrees. So you want to make sure that you swirl it when you take a measurement so we don't get an even temperature. Okay, so I'm even a little bit higher when I turn it off and keep it on the lowest minimal setting. When the bubbles subside, we are starting to go dipping our fruits in there, and it's gonna give us a nice cracking hard sugar shell. So you don't want to let it cool too much, but you don't want to keep cooking it. So maintain it liquidy. You're gonna dip, and this one is starting to crystallize a little bit. Then we're gonna put it to set as well. All right, when they're nice and cool, we'll break this one up so we can see. So nice and shiny. I love this look. And nice and crunchy. You're gonna see that coating. So people who like hot candy, this is a great treat. You can flavor it, put some extract within the sugar. You can even put some coloring as well into the liquid sugar.